In the day, some people it's hard to jump on. I know Betty said she had a showing. Jean, are you on lunch? I'm glad you could join us. Oh, you're muted. Nope, still muted.
That better?
Yeah, there you are. Hi.
There I is.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good. All right, so we're going to get started. Yeah, we have some great news and announcements to share with you first, and then I know we'll be able to talk a little bit about masterminding around your business and get into some things that you had planned for this. So first of all, yes, our office in Kingston at 15 Taylor Street is going to open on Wednesday. And we have half of the office is ready, and then the other half is still under construction. So the first half that is open, it works out well. It was the offices for the leadership team. So as you know, with the whole COVID situation, we're still being very cautious and limiting what is going on in the office for everyone's safety. So right now, we're going to have very limited people in the office, mostly staff. There really is not an area for agents to work out of yet. And the other two market centers are not having agents work out of the office either. So it's no different about what's going on in Kingston than in the other two market centers. Excuse me. However, you can call Corinne if you'd like to come in and drop off a check. If you want to be able to come in and see the office, that's not a problem. If you want to be able to say hello to her, and we just ask that you follow the protocol, right? The door will be locked. You're going to call her, knock on the door, and she will come out, take your temperature, or someone will take your temperature, and we ask that you have your mask on, and I know all of it is odd and still, for some of us a hassle, but it is what we need to do right now. So I appreciate your cooperation with all of that. And so it's exciting because we're going to be able to, finally say there's a physical location. We're going to have signage out. We'll do, a press release about it, and certainly see over the next several weeks and months more activity coming out of that office. Once the second half is done, that is going to be where agents may have some private offices. So for those of you who are interested in officing there, just make sure that I know so that we can talk about an office for you, and that you can have that set up. And if you have a private office, you could work out of that once we're open on that end. So does anybody have any questions about the actual space in Kingston and the opening? Okay, I am going to reach out to the, as I said, we'll do a press release, and I am going to reach out to the Chamber of Commerce. I think they're doing virtual ribbon cuttings right now, so at least we'll have something and be able to share it. And then I'd like to look at, and maybe Vicki, you could help me with, if there's a Chamber of Commerce in Greene County or some kind of business association that we should be involved in, because that's half our businesses there as well, so that we can get a little press up there, as in addition to Ulster. Okay, so it's good. We're making a step in the right direction finally. So, and we're going to be up there on Wednesday. Furniture's coming in. I'll probably do a video so you guys can see it as well. All right, good. Now, the next thing that I want to share with you is really exciting, and something that I know we've been working on for a couple of months now, and that is the fact that we have a new team leader for you in the Kingston Market Center. I think you all knew that my filling in as the team leader was temporary, and I'm still here, of course, as the general manager, and I'm going to be working very, very closely with your new team leader. And this person is going to help you and your business grow. That person is going to grow the Market Center. And I'm very excited to have the pleasure of working alongside them to mentor them and support them. So please welcome and congratulate your new team leader, Rita Gildersleeve.
Hey, Rita.
Yeah, so many of you have worked, look at all the joy on people's faces. So many of you have worked with Rita for a very long time. Some may have just been getting acquainted with her. Rita's been with the company for almost 6 years. She started her business with us. Hey, Arlene, she's happy. She's got a thumbs up. She started her business with us as a new agent and has grown to be in the top 5% of the company. She's worked as the productivity coach for a few years, helping agents grow their business, and really has raised her leadership with us. So it was really a great opportunity for all of us. And Rosemary and I have spent a lot of time talking with her and working with her. And we think that this is really a great fit. So Rita and I will be working together, and I'll be supporting her as she supports you. So I'm really excited, and I want to give Rita an opportunity to say some, a few words to all of you too.
Sure. Thanks, Anna. So I'm very excited to start the role as a team leader on Wednesday. Like Anna mentioned, I've been with Keller Williams in our Middletown office since I got my real estate license about 6 years ago. And I still remember very vividly when I was sitting with Anna in our conference room in Middletown, that at that point was around 100 agents. And we were in the process of construction because we had used all the space that they initially had when they started. So I was sitting with Anna, and she planted this little seed in my head and said, in about 5 years, we're anticipating we should be in a position to make our way into Ulster County. And at that point, I just knew that I wanted to, be a part of that expansion. I've lived in New Paltz my whole life pretty much, and I've always have been so excited about the opportunity to grow a Keller Williams office here locally with the agents throughout our office in Greene County. So I came to the realization earlier this year that after coaching and running our productivity coaching program for the past 2.5 years, that really what I loved doing on a day-to-day basis was not showing houses or going on listing appointments. It was the business consultations I was getting to do with the agents in my coaching program. And that's really what motivated me to raise my hand for this opportunity, because I know that I'll be able to get to coach and consult with so many of you to really help you grow big businesses for yourself, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah. So Rita, congratulations. And just so everyone is clear, so obviously Rosemary Pilati is the broker owner, and Beth Alfeld assists her in the broker responsibility. That's not changing. And I am the general manager who really oversees the staff in all 3 market centers and works very closely with the team leaders. The team leader's main responsibility or objective is to grow the market center. So Rita is going to be focused on recruiting, and she's going to be working with the ALC, and she's going to be also leading and coaching many of you in your business. If you're interested in coaching with her, she'll be working with the top 20%. So she's not an office manager. She's not the broker. In Keller Williams, it's a little bit different. Her role is really growth and business development. So we're excited for her and for how she'll continue to lead us and help us grow our market center. And then, of course, right now, Maureen is still your market center administrator and still writing the checks. So I know you love her. And we also have Corinne, of course, who is our Director of Agent Services, and will continue to work with all of you with, the things that you need on a day-to-day basis and driving the technology, along with Eileen Angel. And I think you're also going to see in just a matter of a few short weeks how we can continue to provide some services to you and everyone by working with the staff in all 3 offices to, give you more people to talk to. Like Eileen might be technically, originally started as part of the Rockland County office, but now she's in this position to really help everyone with technology. So whether you want to work with Corinne or you need someone, maybe Corinne is not available, Eileen can step in as well. The best thing to do is start with Corinne or Rita and share what your needs are, and then we can match you up with the right person. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, is to support you and help you grow your business. So does anyone have any questions about any of those any of that leadership information? And of course, we have our Agent Leadership Council, the ALC, which does change and evolve every year. And those are our agents who are agreeing to spend some time working in partnership with the team leader and myself to support you and to help you. So you have a really big team of people to do it. So any thoughts or questions before I share some more good news with you? All right, so congrats, Rita. I'm going to share my screen. I want to thank Corinne for providing me with some data. I also had some data prepared for you too. So what we're looking at is a graph that I use this tool called Broker Metrics, and it pulls information from the MLS. And it, unfortunately, Northern Dutchess Columbia Green MLS is not sharing data. So I only have data for Ulster County. But I think what is exciting to see is in a very short time of us launching our market center, I think it's just about 90 days, you can see that we have broken into the top 10 in closed volume, and this is year to date in Ulster County. And currently we are, according to this graph, I know this non-MLS is a little weird to me because we don't see that in a lot of the other MLS, but if I were to take that out, I could say that we're easily in the number 6 position. With that in, we're in number 7. And so congratulations to all of you for a fast, hard launch, and for already being in the top 10 and being at this point so early on is really impressive. And that's because we've attracted some real active, professional go-getters in this business, and I think we'll continue to do that. Now, Corinne shared some data that's just a little different and a little bit more encouraging, actually. I think it's, I'm going to move my screens. Can you all see what I'm showing you here? You can see that?
It's still the broker metric screen, Anna.
Okay, let me go back in and share it again. Okay, so Corinne, this came out of the Ulster County MLS?
Yes, this is directly the statistical reports from the Ulster County MLS. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is, again, year to date, and you can see that here we are number 6. So here, I'm going to say this is more accurate, not just because the numbers are better, but I would think coming right from the MLS is more accurate than Broker Metrics. That's getting information from the MLS, so it may be a few days behind. And this is showing that year to date, we are number 6 in market share in Ulster County. So congratulations to all of you. That really is amazing. And I think I saw Rosemary came in, right? So Rosemary, what do you think about that?
I think it's awesome. You guys are doing a great job. And, you know, it really is so early. I think that this is the highest any of our market centers have been as a young market center in market share. So that's great.
Awesome. So we did make the announcement that Rita is our new team leader. Rosemary, would you like to say anything about that?
I'm just really excited. I am always excited when, you know, we have the opportunity that somebody shows up as talent in our organization, and that we have the opportunity to provide them with a way to show up with that talent and to grow with it. And especially to grow in our leadership. So Rita's done an amazing job starting as an agent with us, becoming a productivity coach, becoming a member of our ALC and leadership there. And she is going to do great things. And I know she's going to help all of you build your businesses.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that the other thing that is worth mentioning too is how plugged in Rita is to KW and the systems and models. So for a lot of you who are, you know, coming to our company and learning, I think it's really great that you have someone who started their business at Keller Williams and grew that business through the models and really follows the models. So if you have questions, or if you have a desire to look at some options in terms of systems and those tools for your business, Rita's a great person for you to consult with. So congratulations again, Rita.
Very excited.
Yeah, so thanks for letting us use this platform to make that initial announcement. We're going to put some things out today in the press. We have a beautiful press release going out and an announcement on social media. And tomorrow also at the team meeting, we'll make another announcement for those who either didn't join us here and who are in the other market centers, because I know everybody knows who you are. So I'm sure they're all going to be thrilled for you and for all of the agents at Hudson Valley North. And so I'm going to turn the meeting back to you. I know that you had some thoughts about what you wanted to do today. You had a business lunch plan. So thank you for letting us use this as an opportunity to, use this to make that announcement.
Sure. Thank you so much. So yeah, what Corinne and I plan to do a business lunch, more of just a mastermind to see really what we can do right now to support you all as very busy agents in a very busy market. I know that the market is moving very fast, and that's creating a lot of opportunities for all of us. And so we wanted to just have a little bit of an open forum where you can ask us questions or basically just give us an idea of what we can do as a market center to continue to support you and move towards your business goals for the year. Don't all speak at once. Oh, Jean, you're muted.
I'm sorry, I was saying, Sally, I see you came off mute. Did you have something you wanted to throw out there?
I actually do. Congratulations again, Rita. Hi,
Thanks,
everyone. Speaking as a new agent, a month in, who's been busy like everyone else, I've been, I hit the road running. So I feel that I need almost to be hand walked from start to finish. And I think I have command down with the paperwork and transactions that I need to put in. But with the Cal app and what I can do for marketing myself, I'm kind of like stuck. There's so many things. I feel it's a bit overwhelming, and it just would be nice to kind of go through with someone on, okay, you start here and then we'll go here, and this is what you do to get yourself up and running marketing wise. Is there any way in this COVID time to, I don't know, through a Zoom meeting or and to help me a little bit with that? I'm struggling a bit.
Yes, absolutely. And I think actually Corinne and I had a meeting earlier today where we talked about how robust our marketing package is, that sometimes it can be overwhelming because you're not sure what the best or right system is for marketing new listings that you have come on. And I've seen a few really nice houses that you've listed recently, Sally. So I'm happy to either do a one-on-one business consultation with you, and I can call you after our call where I can share my screen and show you best practices for really running through really running a marketing campaign through Command. What we're seeing in terms of Facebook advertising, I'm not sure if you've run separately Facebook advertising, between $1 and $2 cost per lead on listings, which can be a really inexpensive way to start to grow your database. And so I'm more than happy to walk you through that, as well as the print materials that we have available to your listings. I obviously have run my own book of real estate business, and I ran my marketing plan through Command and our systems, and I'd be more than happy to do that. So the question would be, do we want to make that a class where we invite everybody to come in? Is there other people on the call that might benefit from doing like a show and tell kind of, this is what you should do from start to finish when you take a listing? Okay. We'll get that on the calendar next week.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's all so wonderful, and I want to really grasp it and start from the very beginning so I get everything out of it, because I mean, it's really incredible. I really appreciate all you have to offer, and I just want to do it correctly.
Yeah.
off to the, the right start. Yeah. Thank you so
Awesome.
much, Rita, for offering that.
You're welcome. Another thing that is coming soon is checklists for the different stages in command. So for anybody that started an opportunity in command, you know that you start when somebody is like searching if they're a home buyer, and then you move them through the different phases as you're negotiating an offer with them, as you're doing home inspections, as you're going under contract. I spent some time over the weekend, and I just shared this with Corinne, creating more of a customized checklist in combination with the one that Rosemarie's assistant, Eileen, and our tech coordinator put together that is very relevant to the way that we do business here in Ulster County. And I'm going to pick probably Vicki and Beth's brains about green, so that we can help you create a template together for that will be a pretty easy to use checklist for each stage of the transaction that you'll be able to streamline through command. So that's something that I talked to Corinne about, helping new agents as they come into the office get up and running with, so that it's helping them. And then obviously we'll create a system to go back and help the agents in the office currently get that up and running to streamline it. Corinne, was there anything you wanted to add about that?
No, I think that's great. And I think turning this into a class would be really get us up on a great start and a great foot. And we encourage everybody that's also utilizing any of the marketing tools, if you can also participate in that class. It would be great to have multiple perspectives of what is working for people, where the struggles are. So we want everybody that can be there to be there, so we can all share.
Is that going to be Zoom, or are the market centers not ready for a class yet?
Yeah, we can't do in-person classes, unfortunately, yet. So we're going to continue doing everything through Zoom, for the foreseeable future. Sometimes it's easier too, like with this command class, I can share my screen and share with you exactly step by step, so you can see right on your computer screen what I'm doing in terms of creating some marketing collateral for your listings. What other classes, when we're thinking about, so we're heading towards the middle of the month now already, heading towards August, which means that we're going to look towards planning our August education calendar as well coming up. So what other classes, or it doesn't need to be a class, it could be a mastermind or just a topic in general that you would like to see on the calendar that would add value or help you grow your business? Maybe Corinne can highlight some of the things we have on the calendar over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we have a branding class coming up. We also have a free tools class coming up. So for some free additional tools outside of command that might be useful to everybody. The more that you have knowledge around what you can utilize to improve your businesses, the better. We also have a one class with Matt Gibbs, which will be really fun. He calls it The Path is in the Math, and it's all about how to work your database for success. And that is my personal passion, to encourage you all to dig into your databases. So I would really love for everybody to be there. I think that we also do have, actually, on another note, some really great fair housing classes that we've connected into the calendar to learn more about diversity, which is, of course, an important topic for Keller Williams at a national level and on a regional and market center level for us. So we do encourage you guys to all tune into that as well. But, I think we just want to know, is there anything specifically that you're facing right now? I know in my conversations with a lot of you, it's all about how do we get more listings as well. And on that topic, we will have a team meeting tomorrow where the speaker, Dennis Russell, is going to be talking about how to give the best listing presentation during these times, and also how to build your listing pipeline. And then the following team meeting as well, we'll have Dave Jenks, who will also be speaking to some of the same patterns. So across the nation, we're understanding that listings are becoming a key thing that people really need to get into their pipeline right now. So if there's any other additional classes or masterminds that you all want around that, please let us know, and we can certainly put that on the calendar.
Yeah, I was going to say that is definitely a focus, is helping you to look at how you can get more market share. I'm sure that's a goal for all of you. And, the market share that you gain during a shift, which is what we're in, you will never lose. And yet the market share that you lose during a shift is really hard to gain back. So we want to help you in any way we can with improving your skill set or your ability around lead generation for sellers and taking listings and certainly converting those appointments into new listings. So if any of you would like to teach a class on what you do and you're willing to share, I think that would be awesome. Or if you have thoughts about what you need to hear, let us know, because we just want to gear the whatever training we offer to what you need most. And of course, whatever we offer, you can choose what's best for you. You certainly don't need to be at all of the training, right? But you'll get the calendar every month and pick those classes that are relevant for you in your business. So
I did just hear on our weekly leadership call that they're receiving data from KWRI that up to 70% of listings nationwide are going into multiple offer situations right now. So that speaks to the market that I know so many of us are feeling. And that's countrywide, really. I know in my own business, and maybe we can, if people are interested in my own business, I receive a large volume of referrals, agent to agent referrals, through utilizing the referral system in Command. I am on a weekly basis receiving referrals from agents in New York City, agents in New Jersey, agents in Florida who have people that are moving back and forth. And it is obviously there's no marketing expense to receive a referral back, but there are some strategic ways that you can position yourself in our referral system so that you can receive a larger amount of leads. So if that would be of interest, the other thing that they covered is that what they're also seeing right now is people are, most of the leads are coming in as referrals. You know, in times of crisis, people lean on people that they know, like, and trust. And so they're asking people that they know, like, and trust, who do you know, like, and trust as a real estate agent? And that's how there's a lot of business being done right now. So I know that, like Corinne mentioned, the power of a really powerful database can get you results without having to spend a ton of money on the marketing spend. What we're seeing nationally is about a 6%. So 6% of the population in general moves every year. So if you figure that everybody that you know is a basic cross section of, you know, the general population, about 6% of them will have a real estate need this year. And on average, every person knows of, on average, 7 people every year that are going to move. So there's just so much opportunity within your database to grow a business that is based on referrals and timely for the current market. And I think that we can certainly cover a little bit of how you can do that with Command, but just basic practices in terms of how do you get a 36 touch program set up so that you're following up with people consistently so that you're seeing that referral business. And it doesn't have to be something where you come up with 36 different things to say to somebody during the year. I know that that's given me pause in the past, thinking I have to think of 36 different things I'm going to say to somebody. I don't even have 3 things I want to say to somebody during the year. But the good news is that there's different leverage points that you can put into place using technology really right now to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you so that you are getting that 6% return, because the people that are in your database are going to buy or sell whether they use you or not, right? Like 6% of those people in your phone book, in your phone and your cell phone, are going to buy or sell something. And the question is if they're going to use you or not whether they will or not, right? Whether you're going to capture those commission dollars or when somebody that's a competitor in the marketplace is going to. So that's why we talk a lot about the database and creating simple touches with people that can go a long way. Corinne, you came off mute. Were you going to add something?
I wanted to say that I know a lot of people also are like, well, I don't want to call people I know. And I think Jason Abrams made a good point on the leadership call today, saying that you can build a database out of Facebook campaign leads. You can build a database out of expireds, out of FSBOs. And it's really just all about the follow-up. If you continue that, then that does become your database. but it's all about the follow-up systems you have in place. So, and the same goes for family and friends. It's all about the follow-up 36 touch. So perhaps we will put a class on for the 36 touch class for August.
Yeah, I just want to add, and I have to go take a call, but I think it's really about creating a business model around lead generation that works for you as an individual, because everyone has a different strength zone. And some people are really proficient on creating relationships and attracting leads through online or social media, and other people are more, kind of face-to-face or a little bit of both. And face-to-face, I don't mean, I know in this time right now that is different, but maybe it's calling your database or whatever it is. It just find your lane that's good for you. And that's really, the key is you can run this business and work this business the way that works for you. And we're just here to provide whatever ideas or support you need. And then the tools available just help you do what you want to do better and faster. So I'm going to jump off. Thank you guys for everything that you're doing. And I'm excited for you, Rita. Congratulations. And definitely looking forward to seeing some stuff on the calendar. If I can teach, let me know. I'm always happy to do that. So I'll talk to you all later and see you tomorrow for the team meeting.
Thanks, Anna.
I'm going to give you the controls back, Corinne.
Okay.
What other topics might be helpful for you if timely in our market here in Ulster County? So not necessarily, Keller Williams wise or our technology wise, like something that will really help you in our current market face any challenges or anything that would be helpful in terms of a class that would be local. Or do we all feel like we're doing great in the current market? I mean, I'm still in production to some extent, and I know that this market it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it really is just listings are flying and buyers are having a tough time right now. I know that a lot of my buyers are getting into multiple offer situations, and we're having to navigate that and come up with creative offers so that they can win the deals. I do work with a handful of, I have a mixture of second home, but I do work with a lot of local people, and it can be a tough market for them. So would it be helpful maybe to put on a negotiations class? How do you, from a buyer standpoint, what are different negotiation tactics you might be able to add into an offer outside of just price? Or how do you use the escalation offer effectively in order to help your buyers? And again, this can be something that not only is a good class and knowledge for you to take, but it also becomes a value proposition that as you're getting buyer leads, these are the things that you can explain to a buyer that's going to set you apart from maybe somebody else that they're talking to or considering to use as a real estate agent. You can say, okay, I work with an office where we use these 4 different tactics that are getting our buyers accepted offers in this multiple offer situation. So if that would be helpful, we can add that to the calendar. And then another thing that I know that we put in place a couple weeks ago that I just wanted to highlight again is the Haves and Wants Facebook group. Okay, great. Yep, we'll do that, Erica, for sure. So the Haves and Wants Facebook group can be a really good way to see what listings are coming up. So we have a closed Facebook group for our 3 offices. So we have agents that span from Rockland all the way up to Albany and across the river, basically the same, length of the Hudson River. And Rosemary created a private Facebook group where we can all post listings that we have coming soon, or buyers that we're working with that we're struggling to find a home, and collectively together try and see what's coming up on the market. Because at the end of the day, if you can post a listing, or you can post a need for a buyer and somebody has a listing coming up, don't you become the hero for your client now when you're able to give them the upper edge on that. That's another thing. So whenever I would do, when I do listing presentations, that's one of the value propositions that I give to a seller, is that we used to do it at the beginning of our team meetings, which we can start doing again once we get back in person, like a haves and wants session. And I used to promote that in my listing presentation, where we would all get together and I would get first eyes on, I'd be able to share their listings and I would get first eyes on the listings coming up. So just a reminder that we do have that Facebook page for everybody to utilize and keep an eye on. And if we do a good job of keeping it updated, there's a chance that we can do some deals together, and that would be great too. Oh, Jean, you're muted.
Okay, so could we also work on something where we can do a Facebook ad that would be like for first-time home buyers? Something, I know that we used to do seminars, but I'm just wondering if we can have something that can focus on them.
Sure. So would you want to talk about a strategy for doing first-time home buyer seminars, but virtually?
Yes, for now, yes. And then
Okay.
moving forward in person, but.
Great. Yes, for sure. Yep, we can definitely get that added onto the calendar. With the productivity coaching program, part of my role was recruiting newly licensed agents into the office. And so what we historically did was career nights, where once a month in person, we would have people come and we would talk to them about Keller Williams and how to get their real estate license. I transitioned that into a weekly webinar for leads we had coming in, and saw a big increase in terms of people attending, because they could just pop on like on their lunch break quickly and take a seminar. And I think that it would translate pretty equally over with first-time home buyers and people working from home right now. If you were able to set up a system and you could run the ads right through Command pretty easily and create the graphic and the designs to get people registered, I'd be more than happy to do a class on like a full system, mirroring what we know works from the career nights, but turning it into a first-time home buyer seminar. That's a great idea. Any other? You're welcome.
Is anybody experiencing a particularly like challenging deal or situation they just might want some help around right now while we're in I know it's sort of a public space, but don't be shy. We can all help.
I know personally, just from looking at the market, that I'm seeing houses come back on the market after getting accepted offers rather rapidly. And so that might be something maybe that when we talk about the negotiation stuff, maybe it'll be more, how do you bulletproof a transaction? So part of that is writing a really strong offer in a multiple offer situation, but also how do you make sure as a listing agent that you're picking the right offer if you have multiple offers, right? Like how do you help your clients analyze all of the different offers and options that they might have, and what are some best practices for kind of bulletproofing an offer so that we don't see these situations where a buyer bids way up just to get the accepted offer and then either tries to negotiate back down the price after the accepted offer, or decide, I think once their adrenaline dies down a little bit, sometimes buyers can say, wait, what did I just do? Or why am I paying more than everybody else? So I think that can be something we might add into that class. How do you really, in the current market we're in, make sure that the transactions you're putting together, you're getting to the closing table really smoothly? Can we think of any, I'm trying to think of anything else that would be important kind of bulletins, and then we can probably wrap up unless anybody else has other questions or comments about the office. We talked about the haves and wants. We talked a little bit about the office, Corinne and I being in the office. So Corinne and I will be in the office starting Wednesday. The furniture is being delivered on Wednesday, so we might be sitting on the floor.
We'll be in sweats, so don't come by Wednesday.
Right, right. But as of Wednesday, Corinne and I will be working. As a reminder, we do have we're doing summer hours right now, so the staff, the staff, me and Corinne. We're in the office Monday through Thursday, and then Friday we're working from home, and it's a half day and through Labor Day. But that doesn't mean that we're not, you know, always available to assist with anything you would need. And then the other thing, probably good to touch on since Vicky's on the call and Patty's on the call, and is the ALC. So just a reminder that sorry, my dog's now barking because my husband just left. The joys of video conference. Okay, he stopped. The ALC meetings are once per month, and we talk about really what's going on in the market center, and sometimes you get a sneak peek behind the curtain a little bit about how the office is being run or things that are coming soon. And so you are always more than welcome to attend the ALC meetings. You can't participate, meaning that we have discussion on topics that pertain to the office, but you can be a fly in the wall and listen if you're interested in learning more about what goes on behind the scenes. I do know that that I will say, now that Anna and Rosemary are off the call, I'll give a sneak peek. They are working, and they haven't formally made a big announcement, but since this, you know, I'm the team leader in the market center, now I'll give everybody a little heads up. They are working on an ancillary company that will give you all great leverage in your business, and it's optional, obviously, if you want to participate, but it will be additional resources, because we have heard agents express that really they just want to focus on working with buyers and sellers, and they want to use the tech and the tools and the marketing, but they'd rather just have it more in a pretty package for them to just execute on rather than do it themselves. So coming soon and in short order, there will be more information about ancillary marketing services that you will have access to for your listings, potentially transaction coordinators that will help you with the contract to close process. And there's some other exciting stuff that they have planned for the agents. So all that to say that the leadership team really does listen to feedback. We're all ears, and our ultimate goal, like as the leadership in the office, our clients are you as the agents, right? And then your clients are buyers and sellers in Ulster and Greene counties, but our clients really are you as the agents. And so we always want to know how we can do things better or different, or you know, we're just always all ears. And so I just wanted to mention that as I step into the new role, please never hesitate to reach out to me with feedback or suggestions or things that you would like to see happen in the market center, and we will work to make sure that this is the top and best place to run a real estate business in Ulster, Greene, and Dutchess counties.
And yeah, can you feel our enthusiasm? I think that we're a little excited, right, to start helping all of you. And I just want to say that it's not, as much as we've been like dominating this conversation today, like I hope that we can have perhaps these conversations with all of you in the future more regularly, and have it be more conversationally driven by you, the agents. We don't want to feel like we're bombarding you or telling you. It's really all feedback from you guys and talking to one another and talking to us. So please just make sure that you know that you have a very strong voice, and to talk to other agents in the market center too. Please make those connections. They're going to be really valuable for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more social stuff too once we can get back in person. Happy hours. I know we used to do happy hours every month in our Middletown office, and they were like one of my favorite parts of the month. We would all get together and hang out. And so we haven't quite had a chance to do that at all yet as a newer market center, and I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. And I think once in the fall, we might be looking into how we can do a socially distanced get together potentially. I have some ideas around that, but I know that we just have such a great group of agents working with us already, and I'm excited to see how everybody's business continues to grow. All right, we won't keep you any longer. My husband's, I don't know what he's doing. I guess writing me a note. Okay. Okay, all right, thanks everybody. So we'll get those classes that we talked about on the calendar as soon as starting next week. If you don't follow our Instagram page, maybe you can, and I will be putting out information on classes, and it might be a good way to get a sneak peek of, you know, of what's going on in the office, or fill in on some of the stuff we have going on.
Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great week.